Good morning, it's Friday the 12th of September, so another weekly update for you. This morning, Friday setup, we've cut greens, rolled greens, cut the tees and approaches, and rake the bunkers as well. A quick note on bunkers, because we started using the teeth rakes again on bunkers where the rain comes down and they get quite compact. We then go in and smooth rake the faces so the ball rolls down into the middles, and then we fluff up the bases so they're not overly compact which you get from the rain. It's quite differing from the summer, where we just flat rake the whole lot in the summer due to the fact that we can't get that presentation of what we get now with the sort of the light faces and the dark bases where they're fluffed up. That doesn't happen when the sand's very, very dry and very, very fluffy. So we just flat rake throughout the summer or throughout dry periods. That gives us a bit of an opportunity to work on sand levels and push a bit of sand while we're there. But yeah, as I said, we don't get the presentation, so that's why we fluff the middles up when we experience rain and the bunker's a bit more compact, and then we just flat rake during the drier season. Elsewhere this week on course setups, we've cut semi and fairways. So one of the first times we've done that in a long time. So with the rain that we've had, the moisture we've experienced, the grass starting to grow again, so starting to get back towards normal mowing frequencies. And I mentioned last week how much it greened up for the rain, and we're just starting to get that growth now as well. So it's good to get on top of the semi rough before it starts getting leggy and long, and yeah, great to nip up the fairways. And yeah, it makes the golf course look really, really well looked after and well kept, and looks fantastic for having that full cut. Tees and green surrounds have had their bi-weekly foliar feed. That's consisted of iron and plant growth regulator. The iron just adds a little bit of nutrient, darkens the plant, which helps with photosynthesis, and also the plant growth regulators, when sprayed on their own, can yellow the plant out a little bit. So yeah, always a little bit of iron is always important. Important to get out with the plant growth regulator now that we've had some rain and the growth has increased, so it's just on top of that growth just to check it and regulate it. And then no wetting agent in this week's spray. I'd like to think wetting agents are probably over now. We don't need to prime the soils. We don't need to be retaining moisture because we're getting the rain, or priming the soils so that any rain that we do get, we do hold on and lock in. So I'd like to think that's the end of those wetting agents for the summer season. We've performed a Flymo Strim run as well, so that consists of sticking the Flymos one band around the tees just to neaten up and create a divide between the tee tops and the wispy hay of the banks, and the strimmers go out with that as well and trim the steps, and then any tidying up that needs doing. It's the 18th bank and down the right of the 18th bank where the out of bounds is and things like that. So that's occurred, which is going to tidy things up, ready for the weekend. We've worked on some of our wear and tear areas that we're looking to try and return to good health ahead of the winter. That consists of putting seed out, fertilising, and then coming behind with the aerator. The aerator is designed just to get over these areas a couple of times at really shallow depth, just to push the seed into the soil. I was once told anything you see won't grow, which is a good bit of advice and just can become bird feed. So yeah, it's important to do some sort of practice to really try and get the seed into the soil so it's got good soil to seed contact, so it can help germinate. Some of these areas, we've come out of winter, a very busy golf course, and had some pinch points where we lose some turf, and then you naturally expect them to recover a little bit for the summer weather. But with such a dry, going from winter to such dry conditions all summer, we needed to put some time and work to get these to recover this year. The matting at the third path has become so degraded now that it's really starting to tear and become unsightly, to the point where we've taken this up and left it as a stone path because it's better than what's there with the carpet matting on top. We've also, the area that's next to the path where we've lost quite a lot of turf and it's misshapen, we've turf cut that out and then placed some soil in there which we've seeded as well, so we'll rope that off and let that come back to tidy that area up. We may well come back and put some new matting down. We'll just have a couple of conversations and decisions as what we do there, whether we remat it or leave it as a crushed stone path. But it's got to the stage where a crushed stone path is better than what is there, a degraded mat at present. Next week we have our summer-autumn course maintenance week, which involves lots of practice, which is really important for the year-round health, quality and playability of our surfaces on greens, tees and approaches. So we've been setting the machinery up this week to be as prepared as we can, and we'll take advantage of the champion shotgun on Sunday with a relatively empty course to go and make a start on a few of the early holes. So that gives us a good head start for Monday, and then the quicker we get it done, the quicker we can return the golf course to normal. So after the shotgun, as I said, we'll head out and to work on a few holes in the front nine and leave the back nine open for anyone who wants to play a few holes on Sunday evening. The intensity of these works result in us using temporary greens, so that consists of a flag being placed in the fairway for a target to play to. This creates quite a bit of disruption to what we're used to in our normal golfing week, so we do encourage people we encourage to have no visitors or members, guests or anything like that, because it doesn't obviously show us at our best light. Potentially you take advantage of some of the golf clubs reciprocals if there are any available, or try out another golf course, or just you take advantage of the practice facilities and do some practice for next week. But as I said, these are really important works which keeps the greens in and other surfaces in good order for the rest of the year. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're praying for a bit of dry weather next week, because that's the real key, is to have some dry afternoons to get the sand brushed into all the holes, which is the most key component for recovery and getting the golf course back to normal. So yeah, praying for a bit of nice weather, and we'll see how we go, and we'll catch up with you at the end of next week.